Hi there, welcome to my views on news. Two news stories. Firstly, joint statement by Eritrea and Egypt. A strong message by these two countries to Ethiopia and perhaps to Somalia as well. Badr Abdilate, Egyptian foreign minister, visited Eritrea in February last month, at the end of last month. And then Usman Saleh arrived in Egypt yesterday. Discussions were held. A statement was issued. Secondly, viewers, is Werede willing to assume office as the president of Tigray? Is Gita Choreda still the president of Tigray? Werede talked about uh, news or rumors about his appointment as the president. What did he say? Let's start, viewers. It seems that Egypt and Eritrea are very concerned about the ongoing negotiations between Somalia and Ethiopia. Somalia and Ethiopia are going to resume talks in coming days. Talks are focusing on Ethiopian interest in gaining access to sea through Somalia. Ethiopia tried to gain access to sea through Somaliland through an MOU, but that MOU was opposed by the government of Somalia. Back then, government of Somalia was supported by Egypt and Eritrea. Ethiopia could not implement the MOU with Somaliland. Turkey mediated, and Ethiopia and Somalia started talks about access to sea. Egypt and Eritrea have been opposing military access to sea for Ethiopia. After Ethiopia and Somalia started talks, if you remember, Egyptian, Eritrean, and Somali foreign ministers met in Cairo. And there, Egypt said, very clearly, it said a few weeks ago that Egypt opposes the entry of any non-littoral Red Sea state to the Red Sea. Military entry. Back then, Egypt said military entry. That was a message from Egypt that for Egypt, Ethiopian military's entry to a port near the Red Sea is unacceptable. Obviously, Eritrea is on board, Somalia is on board. Somalia was on board rather with Egypt back then. After that, we saw some change in regional situation. Hassan Sheikh visited Ethiopia. Ethiopian PM reciprocated. He visited Mogadishu while he came under attack at Mogadishu airport. Mortars were fired. He was under threat, but still he managed to complete his visit. And then we saw a new offensive launched by Al-Shabaab in Somalia. Ethiopia was the main country fighting on front lines to stop Al-Shabaab's advance towards Mogadishu. Still, Ethiopian troops, Ethiopian Air Force are at the forefront of fighting Al-Shabaab's advance towards capital. Ethiopian troops, Burundi's troops, UAE airstrikes, US airstrikes are helping Mogadishu government. Egypt and Eritrea have no role in stopping Al-Shabaab's advance towards capital. So, in recent days, I believe that Ethiopia-Somalia relations improved considerably. That is why Egypt is concerned now, Eritrea as well. They fear that Somalia could give access to Ethiopia, and the access could be military access or full rights over a port like Hobyo port. That is why the Latte visited Eritrea last month, and now Usman Saleh is in Egypt. When the two foreign ministers met in Egypt yesterday, they issued a statement, very important statement. Last paragraph of the statement is very meaningful. The statement mentions Sudan, etc. But main focus of this meeting is Ethiopia, we know. The statement states at the end that involvement of any non-littoral state in the security and governance matters of Red Sea is unacceptable. What does this mean? By security, it means that Egypt and Eritrea don't want Ethiopian military to gain access to sea near Red Sea. What is the meaning of governance? Does it mean that Egypt and Eritrea don't want Ethiopia to be fully in control of a port in Somalia? This is what it means, I think. So Egypt and Eritrea took a position a few weeks ago about military access to sea for Ethiopia. I think they're taking a new position now. They're opposing full access to sea, not military, full access to sea through Somalia for Ethiopia. They are alarmed, I believe, at the growing closeness between Ethiopia and Somalia. They're talking about Red Sea, by the way. Somalia is offering Hobyo port to Ethiopia. Hobyo port is situated on the Indian Ocean. Does it also fall within the area which is being mentioned by Egypt and Eritrea? Things are not clear, I think. Somalia has said, by the way, a minister of Somalia said a few days ago that Ethiopia can gain access to sea, can gain access to Hobyo port, but Somalia was not going to offer any access to Ethiopia near Gulf of Aden. Either Egypt and Eritrea want to ensure that Somalia does not offer any port, any access to Ethiopia near the Gulf of Aden, or they are opposing full-scale Ethiopian entry to Hobyo as well. Egypt is asking for another meeting, trilateral meeting of the four ministers or presidents. It requested such a meeting last month, so it has not happened so far. Secondly, viewers, is Werede willing to take office as the regional president of Tigray? Tadesse Werede, commander-in-chief of Tigray forces. Tadesse Werede spoke yesterday about rumors regarding his appointment as the new president of Tigray. He was called to Addis Ababa on Friday, discussions ongoing there. Werede said, firstly, that still the president of Tigray is Getachew Reda. Obviously, no new name announced so far, no new appointment so far. So officially, he is the man who is the president, Getachew Reda, but practically, he is not the president. He is not in Tigray. He was forced to leave Tigray. He fled Tigray. Is Werede willing to take office? He said, yes. He said, I have no intention of not assuming this responsibility of working as the president of Tigray if a situation arises. If it leads to solution of problems, I won't say no. Werede, it means, is ready. Perhaps he has been given the green light to that he was going to be appointed the president, and he's showing his willingness. What problems will he resolve? That remains to be seen. I think we're going to see very soon the announcement of the new president in Tigray, maybe today or tomorrow. 22nd of March is the last date. It was the last date of Tigray interim government. Maybe today or tomorrow we could see news about the appointment of a new president in Tigray. Getachew said he will return to Mekelle, gave an interview a few days ago, but he's nowhere to be seen. He's not in Mekelle. He's not in Addis either, reportedly. He went to Dubai to seek medical treatment. This is being reported by several sources. Whereas this appointment seems to be on the cards. Let's see. Thank you for watching.